Yeah, it was 17.
17. So you take off, and you're like, okay, so I'm looking arcane, like structures or symbolism or
Mm-hmm.
all of these different things, and you're kind of running through it in your head. Well, depending on certain spells and things like that, like there's a lot that could be going on, and there's a lot of varieties of how spells work and things like that. And then you notice from way up high, and like as you climb higher and higher, um, you notice something interesting about the shape of the city.
Oh.
In fact, I don't know if any of you noticed, the city is almost a perfect circle.
Yeah, I noticed that, like,
Yep.
and that's why
Trust me, I
know
realized
what I'm
that.
doing. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm like,
Yeah. In fact, outside of the like royal courtyard, have a secondary circle within it,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like almost like a giant magic circle. And the roads kind of look similar. Like, oh, well, that could be a like an arcane like sigil or letter, but the roads don't entirely make up what you can see as like as a full magic circle. So it's like, it could be, but maybe it isn't. And so you start to fly a little higher and look a little closer at everything.
How high up am I at this point?
At this point, you are very, very high up. You are like touching clouds high to get a good enough view of everything all at once. When you notice the waterway around the royal court is also a circle. And everything is weirdly circular, but you don't see magical like symbols or like an actual like magical circle built into anything. But you do also notice that from a distance there probably is a ley line running probably under the city. And it may just not be a surfaced ley line. It may be an underground ley line. In fact, based on where the mountains are, it looks like there's a rather large ley line that runs all the way across.
Oh shoot. So there is meaning I can potentially tap into it.
Maybe.
Okay. That's
also,
information I want to know for future things. Thank you for giving me the information.
Of course. Also, with a 17, interesting also pops out is that you notice there's a lot of little watchtowers of the like the outermost circle of the city. Like there's a lot. Like actually, in fact, way more than any city would normally have. Because normally you'd have like 5 or 6 between gates, or if it's a long gate, maybe a few extras and some stuff like that. But in fact, like there's one every like
shadow
10 or 15 feet.
Initially, and I'm doing this in character.
Yeah.
You know, them being in fear of the dragon, that would, in my mind, make sense.
Oh.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have been made of wood.
Guys, give me a moment. My friend Regulus raided. Regulus! Good morning!
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hello?
You're fine.
Hello, Regulus.
Hello.
I'm so sorry. I'll mute myself, guys, so that you guys can continue. But yeah, hi everyone. Everyone who has come here
However-
from Regulus's raid.
With the fact that there's a ley line in close proximity potentially, and the fact that there's a magical circle,
Yeah. This is actually my D&D campaign,
could the
Regulus.
king be trying to summon
So yeah, thank you so much for reading.
Archdemon
My
void
internet has been really bad lately,
last person.
especially this morning. Thank you so much.
Mind you, Lucinda's thinking hard at this point. Like she's racking her brain trying to
So-
come up with anything. Can I hear anything from my goddess telling me if I'm going in the right direction or not?
So yeah, welcome raiders.
Are
Okay.
you trying to communicate with your goddess?
Passively, in like the back of my mind, I'm like, am I getting close at all? Because you know,
Uh,
she would know. I would think.
Guys, I'm so
Okay.
sorry. Like, since there are some new people here, do you mind if we do the introductions again? So people will be able to like catch up to, you know, what we're doing and what we're saying. You mind?
Yeah, sure. We can run them real quick.
Yeah, I won't. I won't do mine in character though.
Don't worry. Hello guys, my name is Michi Murasaki, and even though I'm the one streaming, I'm actually not the DM. My character's name is Lorelei Lockwater. Oh, and for those people who don't know who I am, also, Regulus is actually our DM for our Konosuba TRPG campaign that I am in every Tuesdays. So yeah, that's...
Nice.
Yeah, so Italian, they are also a DM. Except for a Konosuba TRPG, where I play a very spoiled brat. But yeah,
Wait,
Really?
do you just play yourself? Sorry.
wow, that's so mean.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. It was so easy.
Well, you're not wrong. I'm kind of spoiled, but no. I am doing everything in that party just to be annoying.
So nothing out there. I'm not going there.
Bonk!
Mm. Oh my god, water.
Well, we are stuck in an ad right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and we're gonna be ending soon. So, if you want, we can run just through our ending, and then we can explain who we are on the way out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were ending. I'm sorry. Okay, sure.
Well,
No,
you
you're
said
good.
you had to be gone at 2.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's about to be 1 a.m. and I have work tomorrow morning.
Okay. Understood.
I don't normally have work Fridays, but I have to do some makeup because I went to a concert.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
no problem.
So let's just run through the end of this. So like I was saying, yes, there are a lot of watchtowers along the outer rim, and that definitely sparks some interest.
Lucinda at this point is going like semi-full investigation mode.
Okay.
Like, you know, she gets back to the safe house, which I forget where that is. It's like somewhere here, right?
Yeah, you landed exactly on it. Mhm.
Alright. And notices everybody's gone again, so... You know, she writes down her findings, making sure... to kind of like sketch out a map of this... Not that good of an artist, because, you know...
Yeah.
She's writing with, like, little talons, essentially. It's very hard for her to write. That's why she tends to write things with her beak. That's a lot easier for her to do.
You do have hands. Remember we talked about this.
I'm flavoring as though it's talons, okay?
Okay.
Meh.
So yeah, roll a performance, and then we're gonna
What was
grab the
that?
last. Roll a performance, and then we're gonna move on to the last two. Shadow. You're just out vibing in the woods, doing some foraging.
Yes, I also have the flute that I made.
Oh, okay. So what are you foraging for, exactly?
Mostly stuff just to make healing cells.
Killing selves. Okay. And what did you roll
I believe.
on your
Let me-
the 14? Okay.
Yeah, 14.
Alrighty. So, yeah, you're out there. It's kind of sparse right now, like finding stuff, especially this close to the city. It looks like it's been picked clean by a lot of people who come in and out and do their foraging.
Hmm.
But with a 14 in nature, you do notice something interesting while you're out. There seems to be something following you. It doesn't seem particularly malicious, but it does seem to be following you. You get this feeling that like some of these trees feel different. They don't feel right when you look at them.
Hmm. Can I roll? Would it be perception or nature to pinpoint where I'm feeling it?
So you started out with nature checks, like something doesn't feel right, something's off about the trees, and it feels like something's following you. If you want more info following you, you can roll either
Oh
investigation or
no.
perception.
For
12.
investigation.
Man, whatever it is, it's pretty good at being not noticed. You keep getting this off feeling, like you're almost sure something is following you, but then when you went to investigate it, it's as if nothing was there to begin with. Like it's definitely confusing.
Well, as I'm walking in the forest, still just foraging, still, I just say it out loud. I say a bit out loud in a calm tone. Whatever you are, I'm not here to harm you if you're not here to harm me. As I keep foraging and keep going along.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh.
11.
You know what? Okay, yeah, seeds. Yeah. So like walking and doing some foraging, and you're like you say it over your shoulder. And you crouch down and you pluck one of the little herbs, and you're like, oh yeah, that'll work. You kind of shove it in your bag, and you stand up, and you hear this little like giggle, like think like woodland nymph giggle. You know, that like far off.
They're in the trees. I don't say that, but I just say that for funny.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me just
Yeah, like that. Perfect.
I'm getting too good at doing different laughs. This is a problem.
I disagree.
Uh,
It's very useful because I can't do them.
I'd be scared if you fucking could. Alright.
All right. Can
So
you
fair.
imagine?
So on with the thing. What am I looking at now?
So as of right now, you like a little laugh, and it sounds like it's reverberating. So it's really hard to pinpoint where it came from. But you definitely know it wasn't just in your head or something, because there are too many things going on in your head for you to
Yeah.
not know the difference.
Huh.
So something around you just laughed, but there's something there.
Well, that could be entertainment for you, my friend. I say as I keep walking and keep foraging.
Wait,
Hope
wait,
I'm
can
not
I...
being a bother to you.
Okay. Yeah, so as you say that, and as you like go about your business kind of nonchalant, you get a bit of a huffed, like, well, that wasn't very fun kind of sound.
Hmm.
As if it was like right in front of you.
So
And
you
as you look up, come face to face with a face in the tree. Down. And it's just like a face in the bark of the tree.
aren't you something different, my friend?
Well, you were supposed to be scared. Everyone's scared.
uh, once you've seen what I've seen, you don't really get scared anymore. Oh,
And what have you seen? And it kind of like the face kind of like twists and is now like upright, staring at you.
Greater Demon. What was it? Archdemon? I just met one of those. And I just like show them the mark.
Oh.
Yeah. So you honestly are a nice refresh from what I've seen today. Oh.
Well, I guess not here to hurt the forest. The forest isn't going to hurt you. Fades back into the wood with a little bit of a shimmer, and then it's just a tree again.
I always knew there was a reason I loved the forest. Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, as you continue foraging, you can feel the presence of like a multitude uh of attention on you. Like there's more than just the one that you talk to. And they're just kind of watching you at this point. Like they stopped trying to be sneaky and creepy about it because you were no fun about it. And so now they're just like, well, we're just gonna make sure he doesn't hurt our forest. And they're just like you could feel eyes on you, but you can't see any of the eyes anymore.
If someday, maybe one of these times, we can play around, want some more tree. Seems like you all probably get bored out here.
Farrell, you want to do the laugh again?
Take that as a yes, my friends.
Yeah,
Of
they seem
course.
they seem relatively happy about it. So you finish up. You get enough to make probably another like 4 or 5 salves. It is a little bare, and you could definitely tell that like it's being protected now, meaning that somebody's been out here like tearing up the forest, and so these woodland spirits have come to be like, yeah, no, we're done with you ripping shit up out here.
So how many more herbs? Like, because I have 13 currently in my bag right now. So how
Yeah.
much would I add? Like 6 more?
Yeah.
Alright.
And Lorelai,
Yes.
off to the city market with you.
Wait, does
Hooray!
Lorelai remember what we said about the pastries and all that?
Yeah, of course. Like, she's not gonna buy anything.
Alright.
She's just gonna
Alright.
see what she can find, basically.
Like the All Fathers.
Alrighty. So what are you looking for out in the market?
uh, basically, someone whose personality stands out from everyone, because from what she understands, everybody here is too happy, high, and nice, right? She's trying to look for
Yeah,
some.
pretty much.
She's trying to look for someone who stands out in a way that, you know, isn't like anybody else. If that makes any sense? Who isn't as happy, high, and genki as everyone else.
Right. Someone's
You're gonna have Michi, you're gonna have to repeat yourself. Your internet died the second you started talking.
Oh my god, I hate this. What I was
Oh,
saying.
hey, you're back.
Yeah. My internet really does hate me today. But yeah, like
I know.
she is looking for someone who stands out from all the happy, genki, high people in the city, or someone who isn't as
Okay.
high and happy, genki. There has to be someone in the city who stands out like that.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
But you might not like the answer.
Okay, give me a minute. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Why? Why do I roll really good for things I don't necessarily always need?
Welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome
D&D.
to D&D.
Yeah,
So that is a
yeah,
natural 20
yeah.
plus 2. So normally I don't allow natural 20s as instant successes for skill checks. But this was not a difficult skill check. So what's the best way to explain this? Yes, there are who stand out. Specifically, just about every figure that's wearing a cloak currently walking around does not have the same high, out of their mind, happy-go-lucky expression that most of the townspeople do, as well as none of the city guards. If you've noticed with your interactions with them, none of them have been, under any influence. It seems. In fact, they all seem uh, very in control of their faculties. But there is also one other. Specifically, there is someone who seems to be a regular civilian who does not seem to be contributing that, or not contributing, but not showing the same symptoms that the rest of the other regular citizens are. He is in fact sitting at a table at one of the little cafes, and he sipping on a coffee with a little Danish in front of him. But he does not seem to be under the effects of whatever is in the food.
Okay. So he is in a cafe just eating Danish and having tea.
He is outside of a cafe in one of the like street tables
Oh,
where you can be
okay.
like outside and like look around at the people and sit in the sun, all that. But he is outside of a cafe with a pastry and what looks like a little like coffee or tea,
Okay.
whichever you like more, I guess.
Okay. So, she watches him for a little bit, trying to see if, his behavior is consistent with everyone else. So I guess thanks to that nat 20, she does see him as, someone who is different.
Yeah. So he is consistently inconsistent compared to everyone else. All of the people that are in normal, like everyday citizen clothes look like blitzed out of their mind, super high with no real control over their emotions, and they have the same stupid shit-eating grin plastered on their face.
Mm-hmm.
But he does not. And you've watched him drink this tea, and he's eaten a couple bites of his little Danish as you've been watching, and he does not seem to be under the effects at all. You also notice that there are a few people walking around in similar cloaks to the one that Shadow has, and they also do not seem to be affected.
Okay. So, just how do I explain this? Just before he finishes what he's eating, she plasters like a smile on her face to make herself consistent with everyone else. Just, she's trying to make herself as happy and high as everyone else. And then she approaches him and sits across him on the table.
Okay. Roll me a performance.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
This
God,
is,
please.
because you are currently pretending to be. God damn.
Freaking God.
You are currently indistinguishable from any of the other regular citizenry that is currently under the effects of this drug.
Okay.
Indistinguishable.
Okay.
You've got the mannerisms, perfect. Your head's a little tilted, and your eyes are kind of glazing over. It's a dead on. For those of you who didn't know, she rolled a 23.
Yeah, I see.
I meant to the chat. None of us said it.
Yeah. That's why I said thank God. Okay, at least my last
Yeah.
2 rolls are good.
For real. So yeah, you sit down across from him, and he kind of like looks up at you, and as soon as he makes eye contact and sees you kind of glazed out, he kind of like sighs a little bit and goes back down to his tea and his Danish, and he's just kind of like lazily swirling his tea in his cup.
Okay. So she tries to talk to him and says, "Hi. Uh, how are you today? Isn't today great?" Trying to make her sound
Yes,
herself
about
as
as
high as
wonderful
well.
as it could be.
Oh, so you like Danish too? Aren't you as happy as everyone else today?
I'm about as happy as I could ever be. He kind of like flicks a little leaf off of the table. Just very like, I don't even want to be talking to you, but I understand that you don't even have control over who you're talking to right now.
Aw, you don't sound very happy. Why won't you smile? Be happy. Everyone is happy. You should be happy too.
He makes eye contact again, and he gives like the fakest smile you've ever seen. Like his eyes are dead inside, but he's got this like just this big toothy. Is that enough?
No, never enough. Everyone should smile broadly. This is so dumb.
He kind of places his head in his hands, and he's like, I can't keep doing this. Ugh, I hate it here so much.
Why do you hate it? Everyone is so happy here. What's there to hate? Look over there. They happy. Everyone here is happy. Everyone here is happy. You should be happy too. Why are you unhappy? Why do you hate it here?
She knew the voice so well.
You know what? I just. How about this? And he kind of leans over and flicks you in the forehead, and you feel a wash of magical energy like blow over you, but nothing changes. And he just kind of like flick, and then he sits back down.
Ah. What was that? Eh?
Oh, you're crafty, aren't you? And his eyes kind of brighten up, and a wicked smile curves his lips. You're not under the effects, and he kind of like tilts his head, and he's now like dead eyeing you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting.
What do you mean?
You feel no different?
No,
No change whatsoever?
no, I still feel happy. You didn't answer my question at all.
Interesting. Very interesting. And he kind of like holds his hand out to his side, and from his palm starts to fall what looks like the blade of a greatsword. And from his hand, he basically like drops a greatsword out of his hand out of nowhere, and then just kind of like leans against it and is like, I'd start talking if I were you.
I'm sorry you cut out what? Hello? Did I get cut out
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, you cut out, I guess. What'd you say?
No, I was asking what did you say?
Oh, so he kind of like raises his hand and a full greatsword drops from his palm, and then he kind of like wraps his hand around the hilt guard, or not his hand, his elbow around the hilt guard, and kind of like leans against it and says, "If I were you, I'd start talking."
Hmm. She finally does drop her smile and says, what do you want me to say?
Well, first I want you to say like how you just did that, because that was impressive. I was completely fooled right up until I cleansed you and you didn't change. Honestly, if you were smart, you would have swapped your personalities right then. Even noticed. Like you're good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But compliments are not gonna get you anywhere.
Compliments don't really need to get me anywhere. I don't know if you noticed, I'm the one with the great sword.
You're not gonna hurt me in front of all these people, are you?
You do realize that none of these people will bat an eye if I slaughter you here, right? They are all drugged. The only people that are gonna come running are the guards, and they're not gonna say a thing to me.
That is true. Do you want me to talk? What do you want me to talk about?
Well, let's start with why you're here. Like at this table.
Well, I could just be hungry, right?
Doubtful, but possible.
Yeah. As you can see, I can eat nothing here. Thanks to, well, thanks to the little gift everything is in the food.
Oh, say that again.
Oh.
You were breaking up.
I can eat nothing here, as you can see. But you can.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I could just be hungry, right?
Fair, but you didn't sit down with any food, and you sat down outside, meaning that you weren't going to go in to get food. You just sat down to talk to me, completely randomly and out of the blue, which, to be fair, isn't exactly off-brand for them, but is off-brand enough that it didn't completely make sense. Because I don't know if you've noticed, they're kind of like bees. They just do what they're supposed to all the time, and they don't really waver from that. So sitting down, and especially across from somebody else at their table, is a little off. To be fair, I've seen it happen when there's like a base level infatuation, like, ooh, that person's super hot, but I'm not. I mean, look at me. And he kind of like throws back his little hood, and he's just got short, like chopped hair, no style. He has a gash down the right side of his face covering his eye. And that eye is like closed off. His like the bottom left half of his lip is just all torn to fuck. And he's like, I'm not exactly the most handsome person. So it was just off brand enough to be unique.
You're right. I'm not after the food.
Obviously. So what are you after?
I was curious
About
why you can eat and nothing has happened to you. But everyone can't.
That's easy. Yeah, I have the antidote.
Antidotes, so whatever is happening here has an antidote?
Kind of, yes.
Ah.
So what is happening here is something that you don't need to know. But there is a way to avoid it, albeit by magical means that I don't think you could accomplish.
Try me. I could have my ways. You don't know that.
True. But I know of only like 6 people who know how to deal with it. So, you know, I doubt you're one of the 6. You don't look familiar, which means I don't know you, and if I don't know you, then you're not people who knows how to handle this. So, actually speaking, who are you?
Oh, I am nobody. I came to the city to travel.
Interesting.
I'm a traveler. I'm new adventurer, actually.
Oh, a new adventurer. Did you come because of the posting?
I'm posting? What posting?
The job posting?
I don't know what you're talking about. I could just be here just for vacation.
I get that. That's why I was asking. 'Cause most people don't come here of their free will. They usually come here for a reason. Especially here. Actually, in fact, I don't think anybody's come here because they wanted to. It's a long story.
Well, it's probably a long story that I don't know. You know, new adventure. I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going. Just happened to come to the city accidentally, and I found it quite odd.
Well, if you would like, I can take you like wherever you need to go. Like you're a new adventurer, right? So you need work.
Hello, Rek. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of being interrogated. Okay, anyway. I reckon
So
Raiders.
you're a new adventurer. You need work, right?
Yeah. I do need
Okay.
work. That is true.
Well, I know the perfect place for you to pick up a job.
Do you?
I do, actually. In fact, it's a job that we've hired quite a few people for. You know what? Why don't you come with me and we'll get you a position? Hang on. And he kind of like stands up, and he picks up his greatsword and he just like smashes the tip on the ground, and a magic circle appears under him, quickly envelops him in a bit of a light, and you see standing before you. Where did I put that picture? I had it a second ago.
Like,
Oh no, is this gonna be another demon?
No.
Humans aren't the only ones who can use magic circle.
Yeah, no, he was just equipping his gear. Where the fuck? Do I just not own that picture anymore? Where the fuck did it go? Where'd it go? Okay, whatever. I still have this. Tokens. This guy.
Water.
oh no.
Water hard at work.
Here you go. I'll make him big for a second so you
Jesus!
get a bit of an idea of who this is.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's on the map.
A map.
Oh, the map. Okay, okay. Give me a minute while
Ah!
I.
Oh!
Oh, great! Great!
Yeah.
Oh, this
So this is full-bladed gear.
That is
Yeah.
the size of half the city.
The rumbling has begun.
And he looks at you, and there's a crest up on his left shoulder that you recognize being the king's crest.
Oh, lovely.
And he looks at you and he says, "My name is Clavemore. I am a fuck. Where is it? Which one was Clavemore? Hang on, because
can't-
they all have specific seats.
I can't find a bird like drawing things with a pencil, but just imagine that's me.
There we go. My name is Clavemore. I am an off-left lieutenant of the king.
And Lorelai is just thinking, what the hell did I get myself into?
You know, I'm happy I went to the woods.
So, like I said, if you'd like, I can take you to the king, and we can get you started on a job that is currently open for anyone who comes. I actually haven't been back very long, so I don't know how many people we have hired on, but I'm sure the king will give you a generous amount for everyone else.
How do I know I can trust you? You could just be leading me to my death. You
Because I bear the king's mark. I am his off-left lieutenant. I am one of the 4 strongest people in this kingdom.
Okay then.
I mean, if you wish, I can verify my identity with the guards.
No,
Call
no.
any one of them.
No. That's not necessary. I'll go with you.
All right, wonderful. Right this way. And he quickly like takes his greatsword and like slings it over his back and just like loosely strapped over his shoulder. And he starts marching towards the inner city.
The others are not
Are you
gonna like
are you
it.
actually following him?
Yeah, I am. Everyone is not gonna like what she's doing right now.
So as he marches you into the inner city, you come across a large gate, of which in front of are standing 2 guards. One of which seems familiar.
Oh no.
There's an owlin standing in front of this gate.
Hello?
Clavemore walks up to the gate. Both of the guards kneel before him, and they say, "Lord Clavemore, we are so glad that you have arrived." And into the door, he just walks up, and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, he's back. All right." And the doors open. So if you had any doubts that he was who he is, well, he is. And he leads you all the way to, he leads you through a second set of gates where the same thing happens. Everyone kneels. The gates swing open immediately. There's no questions. There's no, nobody's even looking up. They are all looking at the floor and kneeling. And he brings you to the castle. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
I don't like
Because what comes next is really important.
Oh my god.
I don't like this.
What did she get herself into?
Tracy, wake up!
Okay, so that seemed like a fun little session.
That was interesting. I made a deal with 2 people fully capable of killing me. This is gonna be fun.
Well, funny enough, like the tiefling more likely like just a business.
Oh yeah,
dude.
absolutely.
Like he's just high up.
Pretty much bet that I'll be able to make what I need for robots to go up to par.
Hmm. Okay,
I'm just
so
having a rave
we're
woods with the forest spirits. Just party.
okay.
I
So
behave you.
Say again, Lorelai.
okay, so we're wrapping up session.
Yeah, we're done.
Yes, this
Yeah, we're
is where
done.
we'll be wrapping up session for today.
Okay. So
Hope you all enjoyed.
yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here. And before we go, for the people who are new here, we'll introduce ourselves again. So that, hopefully you guys will be back for next week. We're back in our weekly schedule. We have sessions every Thursday at around 10:30 EST to 11 EST, around that time. So yeah, I hope to meet and see all of you again next week. Let's see. I am Lorelai Lockwater. My character's an Asmir Bard, and as you can see, she's